Back live with it, baby. Baby. Just got in the crib. Just got out the kayak. You know what I mean? We got a couple topics to talk about today. I just seen something. It was just a trending topic of this guy Charlie Kirk, which I'm not familiar who he is. He's like trending right now. But he said he just got assassinated. Rest in peace to him. I just seen the video. The video was tragic. The video was definitely tragic, man. Rest in peace to him. I don't know who he was. I don't know what he did. But damn, that's crazy. That shit was crazy. Rest in peace to him. We gonna look up see what he did. I don't know what he did. I don't know what they I never even heard of him before. So we're gonna see. I see Trump posted him and all that. So he must have been like, I don't know. I don't know nothing about him. So we gonna look into him and see what he was talking about. You feel me? Then we got Charleston White. Y'all see the thumbnail. Charleston White is getting out of line, man. I don't even know how Charleston White even made it this I don't even know how he's still relevant. And I don't pray on nobody downfall. That's not the type guy I am. You know what I mean? And you know, Charleston White, he must be doing something right. But no, that nigga an agent, man. Charleston White an agent, yo. Ain't no way Charleston White's still relevant after all these years, man. After all the shit he done said and did, bruh. Ain't no way. You feel me? Like, that's crazy. So yeah, we got Charleston White. I seen the video where he walked out of an HBCU. They was asking him questions and all that. I don't know what HBCU he was at. But he walked out. Like, bro, how you gonna walk out of a speech, bro? Like, come on, man. You gotta be better than that. And then it's an HBCU at that. Like, come on, bro. I thought you were supposed to be for the people. You supposed to be, you know what I mean? A community activist, right? Yo walks out of out of the whole crowd. Like, yo say, fuck black people, fuck the black race. He don't give a fuck about us. And I already knew he felt like that, but just to hear him say it now, you know how he really feel. You feel me? Like, yo, crazy for that. I ain't gonna lie to you, yo. Like, how the fuck you gonna say black people when black people got you where you at, my guy? You know what I mean? You ain't wanting white people. White people don't watch Charleston White. It's black people that watch Charleston White. You feel what I'm saying? White people might watch a little bit of them to parade them up, to put them on a platform or something to make some money or to gain a black audience. But most white people know Charleston White ain't really, you know what I mean? And it's still black people he got fooled. Like, you already walked out the HBCU and said all that, man. Charleston White supposed to be canceled after that. Like, he supposed to have been canceled. You'll say fuck the black community, fuck the black people, all that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, you can feel like that, but yo, come on, if you a guy on Charleston White stat, now if he was a comedian or whatever, you know, just a regular, all right, okay, that's how you feel, then that's fucked up. But for him to be a so-called community activist, or he for the children, or for the, you know what I mean, the youth and all this, man, Charleston White bluffing, man. That shit crazy. So, all right, y'all, let's get on, we're gonna get on YouTube real quick. I mean, Instagram. Let's see. Damn, man, I just was on this bitch the other day. Like, I don't know which one to go. Like, come on, bro. Thought they had hella profiles. All right, y'all. So, no, I don't think I can be able to use Instagram because it's acting goofy. So, we're going to get on YouTube. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe. Look, this is me right here. Only got one person watching. It's all good. Damn. All right, so let's see. We're going to do... Let's check out this guy, Charlie Kirk. Let's see what happened. Let's see what's up with him. What he did. I don't know, hands up. He's out of the University of Kent. Like, I don't know what he... I don't know. Crushes woke lives at Michigan State. What is he? Is he like a speaker? Or Let's see. Who is Charlie Kirk? I never heard of him. Who was Charlie Kirk? Let's look at this right here. We want to check out CBS.
Senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe joined us as we
make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe.
He was shot. Blood was then seen pouring from the side of his head, from his neck, and now this.
That's right. This is, we're now more than an hour since this happened, and then the concern and the prayers expressed by Republican leadership especially came quickly. We've seen several Democratic Party leaders as well condemn political violence in this country. This is yet another high-profile.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe.
I think, Maurice, it's important that we acknowledge that there are probably many people watching right now who don't necessarily know who Charlie Kirk is, are not familiar with the work he's been doing for the last several years, because in our increasingly digital and divided world, he may not have been served up to them in their algorithm and in their feeds. And he is a 31-year-old from the Chicago suburbs, as you said, founded this group Turning Point USA back in 2012, inspired by the Tea Party movement. And he very quickly became a really influential conservative leader, especially among younger conservatives, galvanizing them to vote for various Republican candidates, and became very close with the Trump family, the president, Donald Trump Jr. especially. He was among those that pushed now President Trump to select J.D. Vance as his running mate, believing that Vance reflected the future of the Make America Great Again movement, and was able to convince him to do that. And then last year, during the presidential transition, was in Palm Beach and Mar-a-Lago on a regular basis, meeting with the president directly, handpicking potential leaders for the new Trump administration, cabinet secretaries and other senior government officials, weighing in saying that they were key to the new government. And he was hosting, in this case, as you can see there on the 10th, the American Comeback Tour. This was the opening of this tour that was set to go to other campuses across the country. They regularly draw thousands of people, mostly students, mostly men. And as you see there on the 10, it says, "Prove me wrong." He had this popular segment where he would essentially sit at a table, and in this case under a tent, and invite people who disagree with him on issues to, quote, "prove me wrong." And they would have an exchange of ideas that was generally respectful. And it could be on anything from issues in the Constitution to something in the cultural zeitgeist at the moment. And the goal was to just have those free flow of exchanges between them. But he was most especially an influential and key figure in the Trump movement. Again, close with the president, and many in the White House who this afternoon are quite stricken by this news. Our colleagues who are over at the White House.
Like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe.
Many of them rushed into closed-door meetings and have been seen to be quite upset by this, understandably, because this is somebody who worked with them to get Donald Trump reelected. And in many cases, probably weighed in on whether or not they should be holding the jobs they do, and would have campaigned alongside him back in the day.
Okay, Ed O'Keefe, thank you for that. Vice President J.D. Vance weighing in, saying, "Eternal rest grant unto him, O Lord," sending out a prayer for Charlie Kirk. 31 years old, a major figure on the right. Even if you don't know him, he was known and loved by many people across the country. Let's go to our CBS News Chief Washington analyst, Robert Costa. You can't overstate his impact on the right, Bob.
A tragic moment with many developments at this time. The governor of Utah has just posted on social media, Governor Cox, that he spoke with President Trump and said that, quote, "We will bring to justice the individual responsible for this tragedy." So President Trump, talking to many people involved on the phone, CBS News, has also just learned that the House of Representatives, led by Speaker Mike Johnson, Republican of Louisiana, just is called for a moment of silence to recognize the death of Charlie Kirk and to offer prayers for his family. This is a seismic political moment in American politics. While he is so young, as Ed O'Keefe said, he is someone with enormous influence and power. And this comes at a politically charged moment in this country where so many people feel on edge. You feel it when you cover events, when you cover the president of the United States. But this is someone, I've been covering conservative politics for nearly 20 years. He is such a star because of the way he articulated his views and was able to sit down with people not only on the right and in the center, but to sit down with figures like Governor Gavin Newsom of California and many Democrats. This is the death of someone with influence, but also the death of a rising political star. So many Republicans on Capitol Hill are heartbroken because they saw him as a friend. They also saw him as a real leader of conservative politics in this country. And for the president to make the statement about his death tells you a lot about how President Trump, who has been the Republican nominee for the past 3 presidential cycles, how he feels about this man. And it's hard to quantify and characterize the amount of anger, frustration, pain that is being felt in so many corners of American politics right now, especially those who knew Charlie Kirk.
And Bob, he had no small part in helping Donald Trump get reelected, right? I mean, Trump gives him a lot of credit for getting out there and getting the youth votes.
President Trump certainly does. Over the years, I've talked to President Trump, and he believes he's always at the center of his political movement.
Subscribe,
He's the one who drives it forward. But even he has acknowledged in recent years that it was people like Charlie Kirk who, in the wake of his defeat in 2020, stood by him through legal challenges, through other issues. Charlie Kirk helped President Trump on the outside rebuild a political movement that ultimately lifted him to the White House in 2024. And you see these crowds, it's reminiscent of a Trump rally, but with a younger audience. And he was someone who connected President Trump to younger people who felt displaced in the culture or in the political system. And in the way others on the left and center have rallied youth, Charlie Kirk was someone who rallied youth on the right. And he became a force on college campuses, a force inside the Republican Party. I've spoken to Republican politicians in recent years who said speaking at a Turning Point USA rally was just as powerful sometimes for their own constituencies as speaking at a Trump rally. And this is going to, already it is, based on our reporting here, convulsing so much of the political conversation in this country. The agitation, the anger, it is coursing through so many of the text messages, the phone calls I've had within the past hour. Outrage that this violence is having such an impact on a major American political figure like Charlie Kirk, who was as high profile as almost anyone else on the right, competing with those on television in elective office. He was seen as someone with political capital, not just famous, but influential.
Yeah, Bob, and I think a word you used there, connect. He really knew how to connect with the people, with the voters, and help Donald Trump get reelected.
Yeah, like, subscribe.
Pulling in from across the political spectrum, as we keep telling you. Chuck Schumer, Senate Majority Leader, Minority Leader, I should say, saying political violence has no place in America. The shooting is horrifying, and I'm praying for Charlie Kirk and his family.
That shit was crazy, man.
Black conservatives are everywhere.
That's crazy. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, man, when they shot that, my main thing is, first off, like, yo, how did they, like, that had to have been like a sniper or some shit from fucking 50 yards out or something. Because there ain't no way how they got him right. It hit him right here in his neck. Like, I thought at these rallies and these events, they be having like Secret Service, not Secret Service, well, for the president and Secret Service, you know, it be heavy security, heavy, you know, armed guards, heavy police, you know, yeah, like, I don't understand how he even, I mean, shit crazy. Somebody wants you, they gonna get you. But I know they gotta have some type of footage or something. Now, let's see, you know, let's see if we can find a shooter. I'll do it again after the shooting. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel.
We did receive video of the moment that shot rang out. We heard from our Aaron Katursky, Bob, that reports say that possibly that bullet hitting Charlie Kirk's neck, as our Aaron Katursky was describing, you could actually see blood pouring out. We did hear straight from Charlie Kirk's organization that he co-founded, Turning Point USA, that he is in the hospital, and they are all praying for him, prayers coming from the President of the United States to those involved in his organization, those that have been on the tour with him. Aaron Katursky, anything new that you have learned as we will continue, of course, to hit the top of the hour here. We're trying to get as much information as possible about the condition of Charlie Kirk after being shot there on the university campus in Utah.
It seemed, according to eyewitness accounts and by law enforcement experts,
like subscribe to the channel,
to be a very difficult injury from the single shot that struck Charlie Kirk. So everyone in the administration is sending prayers for his survival and well-being, but everyone is also braced for what could be some difficult news, Kira, because the single shot struck Charlie Kirk.
Can y'all see? Is it clear?
Said they saw a lot of blood coming from him, and then they all scattered. Now the university is urging everyone to allow police to conduct the investigation. The suspect that was taken into custody, according to eyewitness accounts, was heard screaming, "I do it again," described as an older male wearing a blue shirt, someone who has white hair, but we've heard nothing else about the suspect, if it is indeed a him himself or his condition. So far, the local police have said nothing. It's only the university that's now urging everyone to clear out of campus, Kira.
God damn.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm Bo Mason, Commissioner for the Utah Department of Public Safety.
Like, subscribe, man. Yeah, rest in peace to him.
Mountain Standard Time.
Rest in peace to him. Now we're going to look up to see why maybe somebody might want him dead. Let's look up to see why they might have been wanting Charlie. Let me see. Charlie Kirk. Let's see what was his rhetoric, what they might have wanted him. You know what I mean? Somebody might have did want him. You know what I mean? What was his rhetoric? Like, we really got to go on TikTok for real. You know, TikTok, I'm going to break it down. But I want to see what was his, like, what was his, like, you know what I mean? Let me see. Crushes woke lies at Michigan State. Charlie Sheen clips. Let's see. I keep saying Charlie Sheen, man. I'm geeking. Charlie Sheen, man, 2.5 bed. Like, used to be geeking. Looking back at Charlie Sheen impact on politics. I don't really know. Trash the myth of systemic racism. Let me see.
Hello. Be respectful, guys. You can do what he wants.
Like, subscribe, y'all. Like, subscribe.
Nice to meet you, Charlie. I'm a big fan. I think you're a very beautiful man. I admire you physically. But, no homo.
No homo.
I did have a question.
Pause.
Something I don't find very interesting about you, something I find kind of repulsive, is that I believe you said that the Civil Rights Act was bad and that we shouldn't have that. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't like you as much as Charlie, though. First of all, what's your name? Sorry. I don't want to be, like, filmed and stuff. I'm anonymous, number one. Anonymous guy. Okay. Well, hello. Nice to meet you, Anonymous. Thank you. Nice to meet you, too. Yeah,
he was young.
I believe in part of the essence of the Civil Rights Act went way too far, way too wide. Oh, how did it go too far? Well, for example, it created an entire civil rights leviathan that gave us affirmative action. Civil rights leviathan? What do you mean? Yeah, so if you can let me finish 3 words in. Sorry. It allowed the Department of Justice to go after people that have different skin color, aka white people, and prevent them from getting jobs in college admissions. You have a job. I'm sorry? You have a job. No, you're right, I do, right. But just until Trump came around, until the Supreme Court decision, thanks to the Civil Rights Act, if you have white skin color, it's much harder to get into a college than if someone has black skin color, much harder. You have to have higher test scores. It's a much harder pool, largely thanks to the precedent set by the Civil Rights Act. Not to mention all the trans stuff that we're seeing. We're seeing men be able to win trophies and medals from women across the country, and they use the Civil Rights Act to justify it. Okay, I think I see where you're coming from. So
he is right about that, though. Now let's break it down. He was scared me a little bit, like, oh, bro, don't cuff for civil rights. But you know, crazy thing about it, civil rights wasn't even for black people. Civil rights is for gays. Oh, excuse my language. Let me not say that. Civil rights was for LGBT. It was for women. It was for feminists. It was for everything but black people. I mean, black people, we got something out of it too, you know, with the the what the fuck they called the what the fuck it was called, bruh? Damn, well, you know, black fountain and a white fountain. I forget what the fuck name called, but you know what y'all know what I'm trying to say. But now I don't know what he talking about. Far as the white, it's harder for a white person to get in college than a black person. That's a lie. Come on, Charlie Sheen. I don't really like. He right about the civil rights. Civil rights wasn't for black people. It was for everybody else. It wasn't for black people. And black people, we got to get that through our mind that civil rights really wasn't for us. And I mean, civil rights was for us from the jump, from the start. But then everybody else piled on to it. You know what I mean? LGBT, women's rights, feminist rights, abortion rights, everything else just jumped into the civil rights movement. So civil rights wasn't just for black people. So he is right about that. But far as college and all, yeah, he I don't know what he talking about with that. He lost me with that one. Like white people, they picking y'all for college. Wait, like let's look at let's look at the statistics for the black race that's in college, especially the prestige colleges, the Harvards, the Yales, the Princetons, you know what I mean? MITs. Now let's look at the race percentage. You know what I mean? I bet you black people, we probably at the lowest of the low. I know he is. You feel what I'm saying? And you see how they doing HBCUs now. HBCUs, they trying to cut funding on that. Something terrible. You feel me? Like they trying to cut something on. They trying to cut ties on that. Something terrible. Like for real. So I ain't gonna lie to you. He definitely he I don't know what he talking about with that. Let's let him finish.
Because of black, they can have lower tech scores. Again, it's not what I think. It's the fact. That's what you're saying. Okay. All right. Well, I guess what I would say too. I think perhaps you're familiar with the term equity, right? Where different people have different circumstances.
It's Marxism. I reject.
Okay. Well, whether you reject it or not, I think it's a prescient concept in this argument. Because what you have to understand is that when you're, for example, you're born in like a block, maybe you're born in like O block or something, like a very
Don't say O block, you're funny as shit.
Oh, well, if you're born there, if you're born in a very poor area like that, with like very low economic opportunity, very poor schools with very low ratings, with average test scores much lower, when you're in that environment, you have the whole system up against you, right? So when you say in that kind of circumstance, when you're facing the whole, I guess, leviathan of systemic racism, so you say that's, sorry, let me just finish it. When you say it's fair to, for example, lower the standard because knowing that their circumstances were like that, perhaps based on what they had, was presented to them, they had the correct amount of merit to get into a school.
So, are you a student here? I'm guessing you are.
Oh, yeah, I'm a student here.
Are you a pretty good student?
Oh, yeah, I would say I'm a good student. I have a pretty high GPA.
Okay. Can you give your GPA to her because she's a woman of color, please?
Oh, well, you want me to give you I mean, I can.
Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, sure.
You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm fine. Wait,
I want you.
Like, tell her or like
no, by force.
So we're swapping.
Let me tell you what I'm gonna do. By force, white man.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna take your GPA. I'm gonna give it to a woman of color.
Okay.
You're cool with that?
I mean, yeah, I can just work back up. Like,
no, there's no working back up.
I can pull myself up my bootstraps.
No, there's no working back up.
What do you mean you can't work back up? That's the whole point of conservatism.
No, I'm gonna keep on taking it from you because that's equity. And you're cool with that.
What?
This is equity in practice.
Equity isn't taking. Equity is applying the equal standard.
If you give, how do you get? You must take and then you give.
Wait, what do you mean?
That which is given must first be taken.
Well, what's being taken?
Well, in this case, grades from you to grades to her.
No one's taking my grades though.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. He ain't really making sense with that.
No one takes your grades.
Hold on a second. If you only have so many positions at University of South Florida to come up, right? There's a set number. Let's say it's 20,000 people, okay? And we're gonna say we're gonna lower the test standards so that somebody that's a woman of color can come in, and therefore it's harder for you. So it's a higher bar for you, lower bar for them. Definitionally, it's a redistribution of test scores to somebody else, just by the definition. And you're okay with that?
Well, I guess I would ask then, if we were to do what you're doing, I guess that's what's happening under Trump, right?
Well, no,
yeah, whatever. Okay, so when you say that, if you do that, then, well, a lot of people aren't going to get into school, and then they won't be able to uplift themselves, they won't be able to have prosperous families, they won't be able to, equalize the economic status, because you need to give them a little jump start. You know what? You have a car, right? How is that? How is that? Well, no, now I know who you are. No, it's good. Well, no, how has that worked the last 40 years? We've had robust affirmative action. We've had hiring practices. Has it made Black America more successful? I can answer that easily. It's because it's because. Sorry. What am I going for? I don't know. You're a funny guy. So what happened is, even after the Civil Rights Act, I believe the term is massive resistance. It was a movement in after the Drive versus Board of Education in Virginia, where essentially the legislature, which was still white supremacist, which is still extremely racist, they decided that no, we're going to do everything that feasibly possible within our means to stop Black people from going to white schools. You even see.
Yeah, that's facts. That's true. What white boy just said is true. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about I'm gonna give your grades to a Black student. That don't even make no sense, bro. I'm ready to run to the store real quick, y'all. Real quick. We're gonna stay live though. Fuck it. We're gonna just talk while we ride. I'm only gonna be like 5 minutes. Oh shit. But yeah. I don't know what they talking about, y'all. That guy Charlie Sheen. I mean, I keep calling you Charlie Sheen, man. Charlie, what's your name is? You're geeking though. So we about to hit the gas station real quick. Need some blunts real quick. But yeah, y'all. That's what we gonna talk while we here. I mean, I got my baby back too, so. But yeah, so we going with my other phone. I guess I'll let y'all listen to it while we ride. But yeah, yo. I don't know what he talking about. Charlie Kirk. He gonna give it black. He gonna give the white guys grades to the black students. That's what they doing. Like, come on, bro. You not ready to sit here and tell me, Charlie. He one of them type people that be like, it ain't no such thing as racism and all that. Like, he sound like he one of them type white guys. Ain't no such thing as racism. Ain't no such thing as, you know what I mean? We white people helping black people. He sound like he one of them type. When he know damn well that ain't the case. That ain't true. Like, bro, don't sit here and be oblivious, whatever the word is. Don't sit here and be naive to the racism, and I'm not one of them type people that pull the racism call all the time or think, because I feel like black people, we do need to get ourselves together. You feel what I'm saying? We do need to you know what I mean, pull ourselves up and get and you know and stop looking for a handout. We do. But at the same time, too, you can't sit here and say that black people, we ain't out here trying to work and get ourselves together, because that wouldn't be the case neither. So, all right, y'all. We gonna listen to what he said again. It sounded like they was getting goofy a little bit. Hold on, my bad, y'all. Might be a little bumpy, but I don't know if y'all know about Baltimore. Baltimore streets get real bumpy. Yeah, babe. So, hold on. Hey, they still got it? I don't even think they go down. All right, so let's type your in Charlie Kirk. You see Charlie Kirk debates. Let me see. I don't need a whole long video. I really want to get back to that video right there, but hold on. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. We just hitting to the store real quick. I'm coming right. We may get back to the maybe just this something else, right? I'm gonna watch that video we was just at, but this another video. I'm gonna let y'all hear this while we ride.
You get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included. For a price that stays exactly the same.
I can't skip this shit. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, subscribe.
As we look at these images now, haunting images. Jordan was at today's event at Utah Valley University, and he saw what happened there, sir. Thanks for joining us. Can you take us through where you were, what you saw, and your reaction?
Sure. The event started about 12 p.m. I got there right in time, walked past their security detail and everything, tried to find the line to ask him a question. I actually was looking forward to challenging him on a couple things. I really respect him. I wanted to talk to him, and made my way over to where I thought the line was, which was maybe directly, I would say 50 to 100 feet to the right of Charlie Kirk. I guess, yeah, that is 3 o'clock. It was only a few minutes, like the first question had just finished. It was kind of a longer question, so they had maybe done that for 10 or so minutes. And into the debate, that's when I heard like a huge pop. Whenever it sounds like that, at first I think, okay, maybe it's just fireworks. But after a few seconds, all of us kind of standing together, it's a very suspicious sound to hear with tons of people. There were so many people there. And there was, I guess, like a cement pillar or wall kind of right behind me. So as this suspicious sound has just gone off, I kind of put myself behind the wall. It's very, very good cover in case anything was happening. And then my brain was processing. It's a very loud sound. It seemed to me to come, in my mind, it came directly from the center of the crowd. I don't know where it came from. It just what my mind, I guess, it was thinking. And then that's when, after a few seconds, people started saying, like, oh my goodness, Charlie was shot. I saw him fall to the ground. And that's when
make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, like, subscribe.
We all crouched down with great cover, but I was then just listening for more shots because obviously this could become a much worse tragedy than it already was. And there were no more shots coming. We were maybe 30 seconds passes, and that's when people start yelling, run. There's a door maybe 10 feet away from me. I had to lose my cover to get to the door, but it seemed like the best option. So crouch down and just go with the people.
Yeah.
As soon as I got through the door, I ran as fast as I could, I guess, and as far as I could.
Jordan, I'm glad you're all right to tell us about this. From all accounts, the atmosphere was, pretty pleasant, right? Pretty chill. People were into it. They were listening to their speaker. I'm wondering, you said security detail. You passed a security detail. Others have told us there was no security. So describe for us what it was like to
ain't had no security.
I guess it's a quad there at the school.
Yeah, it's like a courtyard. There was definitely security. I mean, I'm not an expert on security, but they have the guys with little curly wire coming out, so I assume that those were security detail. It was definitely there.
But no metal detectors.
No, there were no metal detectors. There was no checking anything. And
Damn, that's where they fucked up. That I didn't know metal detectors and nobody checking that. Come on, bro.
I've been in a dangerous situation before, and so I'm often thinking about these things. I did think, anyone in here could have a gun. No one checked me, so I was, just a thought that came through my head. It's very tragic.
Kind of a haunting image there. All right, well, Jordan, last, thank you for.
That's crazy. How the fuck they ain't check nothing, yo? Hold on, I'll be right back, yo.
Those terrifying moments. Was at the event right now. She saw the attack. She's on the phone. Right now, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If you could tell us where you were, what you saw, what happened.
Yeah, so I was clear up at the front. So they had the tent set up for where Charlie was going to be, and then they had the cattle grate set up with a walkway for the people that were going to debate him. And then I was the grate right behind it, so I was right by the walkway, so I was right up front.
And then what happened when the actual shot was fired? Where were you? What did you see or hear?
So I was. He was just talking to the second debater, and ironically, it was about the transgender shooter, and they're talking about not allowing them to purchase firearms, and he was talking back and forth with the guy, and then all of a sudden I hear up top, I see Charlie. I think it got his carotid. I just saw him grab. It looked like his neck, and there's just blood pouring out everywhere.
Yeah, that shot was bad, y'all. Y'all see that shot? That shit was bad, yo.
Because it sounded like it came up from behind me up the hill, and it was just one pop. And then we all dropped to the ground, and then they told us all to run.
Damn.
We all ran out.
Yeah, I'm imagining pandemonium at that point. Did you see medical personnel attend to him, and what happened after that?
By the time I looked up, he was already off. He was already out. He was already out of the tent. There were some police officers up there. There was some security. There was no metal detectors or anything for us to go through. They didn't even check our tickets.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe.
And what about the gunman? Any sense of what became of the person? I don't know if it's a man or woman. The person who fired the shot.
Nope, I didn't see anything. I just dropped when everybody else dropped, and then I ran when they told everybody to run.
So you described it as a debate that was going on. So it was a debate between Charlie and someone else, or just a
so he just proved me wrong. And basically, because he's a right winger, and he's very, very, very good at this debate. And he invites mostly college kids to go and debate him. And a lot of them were, had a lot of the same views, but there was something that maybe a little bit off that they don't quite agree with. So they're just trying to, debate him back and forth on what their view person is.
So it sounds like people from all points on the political spectrum. What about the atmosphere, the mood? What was it like leading up to that?
Oh man, we were all having fun. We were shouting, USA and Charlie Kirk, and listening to some 80s music like Queen and that, and just stuff to pump you up. We're just all having a good time.
Yeah, like a festival kind of atmosphere. I want to ask you about security. What was that like as you entered this area? And what kind of area is this?
There was none. It was like, so when you walked in there...
Gotta have security, man.
It was like a... a little bit of sitting that's kind of in the stadium seating. But it was like...
Yeah, are you a student there, or do you have an affiliation with the...
No, I'm old. So a lot of these people were college-age students, but there was quite a few, actually, I would say, that were around my age, too.
Yeah, and where did you get out? You ran out of there, and what did everybody else do who was with you?
Make sure y'all like, subscribe.
I don't know where everybody's scattered. I don't know if, some of them were students that, had to catch a bus or whatever. But the ones that possibly all ran to our cars. I mean, I parked a little ways away, so it was a little bit of a trek, but it was fine.
But again, interesting, as you point out, no security, open area right there at Utah Valley University. Radon Dasheen, I really appreciate your insight and you're telling us your story. We thank you for that.
And we have new information into our CBS News 24/7 newsroom, an interview with a man who was at the event and spoke to Charlie Kirk just before the shooting. Let's take a listen.
But after I got done talking to him, I really couldn't exit because there's such a big crowd. So I turned around, and like 10 to 20 seconds later, after I got done talking to Charlie, I saw that he was shot in the neck and that he was
subscribe to the channel, subscribe.
I was piecing things together, and it was really weird because the second guest that I talked to, before I went and asked him the question, what I was going to ask him, he was talking to him about how he was going to ask about transgenderism or something like that, but nothing about shootings. And this is the irony that came to me, which was like, right when he asked that, not like 5-10 seconds later, he was shot. And not only that, right after that, someone confessed to it who had no weapon, which makes me think that it was clearly a setup and that multiple people were involved. So, but prior to that, that's all I saw because everyone was squirming.
Anybody fire a shot?
I didn't see anyone fire a shot. I think it had to come from an elevated position for sure. And I think it had to have been a long rifle based off of how, so Charlie was like 10 yards in front of me from where my microphone was.
Subscribe to the channel, subscribe, man, subscribe.
All this stuff.
All right, that was an interview from an eyewitness there who had just spoken to Kirk right before he had been shot. So obviously new information coming in.
We want to bring you the words of another eyewitness on the phone right now, Taylor Dufour. He was at the event with his wife. Taylor, what did you see? What did you hear? And where are you now?
I'm not in our vehicle. We're still in the parking lot. We can't get out now. We were about 30 feet to the side of him, actually almost directly in line of the shot, is what it looks like from looking at videos. Everything was great. The conversation was not heated or anything, and then next thing you know, we heard one shot fired, and everybody just dropped down and kind of started to go into panic mode. So my first thought was get my wife to the ground and lay on top of her and help those around us if they needed.
I can imagine just pandemonium, panic, and so forth. Did you see what happened to Charlie as he got shot and went down?
Bro, you got to do
I actually didn't see it actually happen, but I did look over as he was still in his chair falling. I could see a lot of blood coming out of his neck.
EMS rushing to the scene?
Yeah. I mean, the police, everybody, that works in that industry, they were great. They got right to work.
Like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe,
Robbie
TV.
What was going through your mind? You said 1 second they were debating politics in a civilized way, and then this. What were you thinking as this was happening?
We actually, me and my wife have talked about that. It's such a great group of people that come together to listen to him, the joy and the happiness he brings to people, and the things that he talks about. And on the way there, we were talking about how cool it is that he doesn't have to live in the fear of having bulletproof glass around him and everything, because the people are so great that surround those events.
And how you feeling right now? What's your main thought?
I'm actually upset. I'm sad that anybody could hate someone this bad. And that's such a great, people coming together, regardless of political views. It's we're all coming together to.
Man, that shit crazy. Make sure y'all like. I don't feel bad for anyone that. Damn, why you say that, bro? Fucked up. You say I don't feel bad. That's fucked up, bro. Yeah. Hold on, let me tell you. Yo. But I'm about to get off here in a little bit anyway. I just had to come in and tap in with y'all. Oh, I thought you said you don't feel bad. I thought you said, God damn, that's fucked up. I feel bad too, because, well, I ain't saying I feel bad, I'd be lying. But it is fucked up. Because it's like, people are starting to motherfucking do these that's a mass shooting for real. People starting to do these, even though one person only got hit, that's still a mass shooting. It's fucked up. But this one we back at. We back right here. We're back to this guy, see what they was talking about. Because this one I really wanted to see. That we gonna call it a night, y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Yo, eyes on. We only got three people with 1 like. Come on, man. At least give me 2 likes. Come on, man. Like, subscribe, man. Robbie TV. We on our way to 275 subscribers. Yeah, I'll be close. I'll be more than halfway through. I think you need 1,000 subscribers now. I think they on some shit. Hold on, let me. Man, but yeah, yo, that's crazy. We gonna get down with Charlie. I ain't even, bro. My dad is mad. He gonna beat the shooter up. Damn, yeah, that's for your dad. Used to follow him. That's crazy, bro. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. We gonna watch this. Then we gonna tap move. Bluffing at Uncle Charlie.
It was the Little Rock 9, right? Even after it was legalized at the state level, white supremacist mobs still mobilized to prevent it. So even if it de facto it's gone, it still exists.
Let me ask you a very simple question.
Yeah,
a term you keep on throwing around.
Oh, got you. The simple answer will essentially be because we have like different skin colors and he treated the way than me. He has like a different upbringing than me.
No, but what is racism in practice?
It's discrimination.
Based on the color of skin.
Based on the color of skin, yeah.
Got it, thank you. So isn't it racist then to penalize white people to come into college or to get jobs based on the color of their skin?
Well, no.
Wouldn't that be racist? So you're arguing for a very racist policy, which is that we should actively discriminate against people based on the color of their skin, which is affirmative action in DEI in practice.
I just disagree with the premise that you can do like anti-white racism because
Wait, can you be racist against white people?
No, bro, I'm a cracker, bro. No, you can't be racist towards white. Bro, there's so many crackers here, bro.
Right.
There's your clip, bro. There's your clip. you're gonna do political violence to me, bro? Like, why are you saying that to me? You're making me scared.
All right, man. Head out. Like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe.
Let me tell you what we believe, because you tell us what you believe. Okay. Your worldview is indistinguishable from the KKK. That you want to organize the world based on skin color. We want to organize the world based on merit and character, based on how hard you work, what you bring to the table. I believe it's destructive and wrong to say that people are going to be organized or have their future set based on the color of their skin. I think it's tribalistic. I think it is divisive, and I think it hurts the excellence of a country. You asked a question, well, how are we going to help other communities? You know how you help other communities? Stop pandering to them and start treating them like individuals made in the image of God, not tribes to be organized for political purposes.
Okay, so do you think, like, when Trump is now that he's president, now that racism is gone now because Trump is back, we're no longer pandering, right? Do you think that the condition of black people, do you think O-Block is going to become like
Don't keep talking about O-Block.
Do you think that these
like, subscribe to the channel, y'all.
sort of black neighborhoods that have been sort of left behind, do you think they're going to become revitalized now? Because now we just
They'll do better for sure.
do you think they can do better? Now that we've stopped helping them, they're going to do better.
Well, see, that's an interesting thing.
Because that seems like contradictory to me, just on basic logic.
Well, actually, black Americans under Donald Trump in the first term saw the greatest economic renaissance that they saw since the 1950s.
You don't think
highest
that's
wage
Obama,
increases, lowest unemployment, revitalization, amazing investment in their communities, opportunity zones.
But that's when we had affirmative action. So wouldn't that be bad?
Well, again, we actually got rid of affirmative action now.
But
So we're
that
doing
was
it better.
bad, but I'm talking about before.
Those are unrelated things, though. Just to be
You think
perfectly
they
clear.
don't seem unrelated to me.
Well, affirmative action is
addressing racism. They seem
affirmative
unrelated.
action is.
My phone rate
I'm
died,
sorry, I don't
man.
mean to interrupt you.
No, you are. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Affirmative action is largely federal government hiring practices and the adjacent institutions. I think that all communities will do even better when we stop living under the soft bigotry of low expectations. Inherent in your argument is that we have to pander to certain communities based on the color of their skin because they can't do as well as white people. I reject the premise. I think that we should try to say, I don't care about the
See, now I see what he doing. He can play that shit on white boy, because white boy ain't, yeah, baby, he ain't in debt, but you can't play that shit with a black person, bro. He try to flip it. Oh, we try to do that. We try, like, bro, it's still racism always going on. It's still prejudice. It's still sundown towns. It's still you get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. You might end up on the back of a milk carton. Yes, I don't know what white boy talking about what world he living in, but it's still police brutality going on. It's still profiling. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on now. I don't know what white boy, what's his name? Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace to him. You know what I mean? There's no disrespect to him. This is my first time. And some of the points I agree with. I do agree with black people. We do need to stop looking for a handout. And we do need to start doing more for ourselves. And stop asking people to come and save us. You know what I mean? And we do need to start kind of looking back on slavery too. Even though we don't need to forget it, because that's part of history. You feel what I'm saying? And I think it still need to be taught in school. You know what I mean? Me personally, I do, because I feel like we can know where we came from, and we need to know how we was treated to know where we are now. So I feel like more people will appreciate where we at now than knowing that where we came from slavery, we wasn't even considered a human. You feel what I'm saying? We just got considered to be, like you say, with the civil rights and all that. And even then, they were still trying, they were still profilers and stuff like that. We ain't gonna miss over the crack in the community. We ain't gonna miss over the dope. We ain't gonna miss over probably one of his father or grandfather peers. Like we just talked about that earlier with the FBI and the CIA, talking about we'd never be another black messiah. You know what I mean? So we can't look over the facts to say that black people, we wasn't hindered in our strive for greatness and our strive for excellence. We was knocked off from the knees. You know what I mean? We was pulled, the rug was pulled up on us. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like they was trying to kill black leaders left and right. You feel what I'm saying? Sabotaging, all that. And you see, once that we had the 60s with Martin Luther King, Malcolm X and all that. Then we had the 70s with the Black Panthers and the freedom fighters and all that. Then once they got rid of them, what they do? Boom, here come the crack era. And then everything else, they said, this is going to get them right here. Bro, so they do want black people and the black race to be beneath the white race. They do. That's a proven fact. We all know that. The government is working against black people. You know what I mean? They trying to find our DNA and find the black messiah. You feel what I'm saying? For real. I believe that. You know, I really do, because they know that melanin and black people, yo, we was the kings and queens of this earth. For real. And this ain't like no, you know, Dr. Umar and all this rhetoric, but dog, for real though. I really think that white people know it. The real white people know. They know we the real Israelites and all that. Yo, I ain't gonna say too much because I ain't trying to get shadow, man. But y'all, for real. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe. Robbie TV. We ready to get up out of here. My phone about to die. I could put it on the charger, but I'm about to grab my girl anyway. So yeah, we gonna go live again though tomorrow, yo. We gonna touch more on this top. We gonna touch more on and we ain't even touch on. We talk about Charlie Kirk. We got to touch on Uncle Charlie. Yeah, babe. Charleston White. We need to touch on him because he is getting goofy. Yeah, babe. But make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe, Robbie TV. But yeah, we gonna finish what he talking about. But you know, some of these stuff is like, yo, you know, you can't overlook what the government did to black people. You can't overlook it. Like, I don't know why people want to put it in the past. You can't overlook that, bro. Like, come on now. That's like having a drug addict that you got them high. You start getting high. You started them getting high, spiked them or whatever. And then once they start tweaking and start doing dumb shit, you like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? What you doing? You know, looking at them crazy. You can't do that because you the reason they like that. You know what I mean? Like, and I ain't saying the government is the reason we like this. They a part of it. They definitely a part of it. I felt like the government would have just left black people alone, let us do what we want to do, let us build our own. We wouldn't be in this bad predicament as we is now. I don't think so. All this shit was what's the word I'm looking for? It was planned. It was orchestrated. You feel what I'm saying? Like they how we with this drill culture and all that now. Like even with the music, we seen music musicians tell like, yo, if you make a good song about pushing positivity or pushing, they gonna put that shit on the shelf. Like we didn't hear artists and shit say about like, man, I'm not trying to be pushing this death culture. And you see with them, they gone up the road. You don't even hear about them no more. But you hear about the ones that's always pushing the death culture and pushing the drugs and pushing the guns and all that. They get blew up. You feel what I'm saying? So this, you know, this shit is strategic. It's strategic, yo. It's strategic. I ain't sitting here and say that this shit ain't, you know what I mean? We black people, we do need to get our shit together. We do. We need to wake up and realize, yo, and I feel like we know. Like most black people, yo, even the brothers on the hood, on the corner, they kind of know now because the information is out there. You feel what I'm saying? Information out there now. Like everybody, like not everybody, but most people, unless you just, you know, what's the word? That's the real insanity. Like you really just insane. Like you really don't even care for real. But most people, especially black people, we know what the government did to us, how they doing us, how they still doing us. You feel what I'm saying? And we still, I forgot what it's called. I don't know if it's called Stockholm syndrome or something like that. Something like that. Where it's like, you know what you're doing is bad, but you still continue to do it. I forgot. It's some type of word for it. But let's let him finish out. Then we're going to get up out of here.
I care about what you bring to the table and stop pandering to people based on special criteria, points, and acceptance to college, saying that we're going to make it easier for one group and harder for another group.
I don't think it's pandering, though. I think it's understanding.
Okay, but
let me pause it real quick. I don't like how he's trying to say making it easier. No, it ain't never been easy for black people. If anything, you making it more fair. You even out the playing field, if anything. So I got like, yo, what you talking about even? I mean, making it easier. It ain't, if anything, it's supposed to be easier because we was getting neglected and getting, you know, banned and every other word you can think of, you know, kicked out, discriminated, what's the other word? Like, you know, all other words, etc. You feel what I'm saying? Basically, we was getting done dirty so bad that, yo, we getting our just dues now, and it's well overdue. You feel what I'm saying? So what he's saying is really incorrect. You feel what I'm saying? Because he's talking about making it easier. we ain't making it easy. You just even out the playing field, bruh. Like, come on, it ain't no reason why it should be all these high-paying jobs. It should be all white people. When black people got the credentials too, but we not getting picked. That's why they created DEI and all this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because black people wasn't getting picked for these jobs and shit, bruh. So we not gonna sit here and he trying to make it, sound good. You feel what I'm saying? He got the crowd behind him because he a public figure. But bro, he sees me. He ain't talking to no black people. I want to see him debate some knowledgeable black people. You feel what I'm saying? Because bro, you can't sit here and overlook all the shit that the government did to black people, and then trying to say, oh, now y'all we can't make it. We trying to make it easier for black people. We gotta. And I do agree. Just because I'm black, I don't. You know what I mean? I don't. If the white person is better at the job than me that doing it, then yeah, pick the white person. I'm not gonna be. You know what I mean? He better at the job than me. You feel what I'm saying? But we was getting to the point where we was better at the job than the white people, and they still was picking up white people. You feel what I'm saying? So, bro, what he's saying is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe. We talking about this Charlie Kirk.
Do you think that we should have black-only dormitories in America?
No, why would I want that?
Okay, well, there's hundreds of schools that have those, actually.
What do you mean black only? Like, they're not, white people are not allowed in.
No, white people are not allowed.
White people, yeah, that's what I said. White people are not allowed in.
Correct. We have black-only graduation ceremonies across the country.
Well, those are from, well, I believe those are most likely like HBCUs, right?
No, the University of Michigan has one, Yale has one, Harvard has one. So we're agreeing that is wrong. That is the furthest extension of hyper-race obsession.
They got whiteness too.
You could choose one or the other. You could be race-obsessed or merit-obsessed. We as conservatives decide to be merit-obsessed, to build a country based on how hard you work and what you're able to deliver.
And I agree with that, but his points that he's making is not they actually invalid. You feel what I'm saying? Like how he just said, yeah, y'all got white ceremonies. Y'all got white, you know what I mean? Like y'all do. You ain't gonna sit here and sugarcoat it, y'all do. It's white ceremonies, it's Jewish ceremonies, it's Latina ceremonies. You feel what I'm saying? Latin America, whatever you want to say. Like, bro, that's why they're talking about getting rid of Black History Month. Like, bro, why we getting? You got all these other months. You got Pride Month. You got motherfucking Africa. You got Pacific Islanders Month. Everybody got a month, but now when it's black, that's what I don't be understanding either. Like, when we try to get something going, get a little steamroll, they try to cut our legs short. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, and then try to make it, then they try to spin it. Oh, black people, y'all being racist. How we being racist? Because we made something that's for ours and wanted it to be for us. Y'all made something for y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to him. Shout out, you know what I mean? Because he didn't deserve to lose his life. That's, you know what I mean? You know, and he said like he could be a good debater. He said like, he pretty, knowledge, he ain't gonna say he too knowledgeable. He knowledgeable in its white space. You feel what I'm saying? That's another thing too. Like most white people, they just be out of reality with just black community. Like you keep saying the other little guy, O Block. That's all he fucking know. He's talking about O Block, bruh. Like, yo, come on, my guy. Like, O Block ain't even been O Block since fucking, you know what I mean? Like, niggas was kids for real. Like, you feel like, come on, man. Like, I'm saying, these white people, they just be speaking on stuff that they don't even really know nothing about the black community. Like Adam 22. We just spoke on him earlier. He fucking clowning, trying to clown niggas dropping their flag. Like, bro, come on, bro. Niggas trying to get their life together, my nigga. You know how many niggas people lost to gang culture, went to prison because gang culture, families got, split up and, you know what I mean, all types of stuff because of this shit, bro. It's time to give it up, bro. We niggas been gang banging for 30 years, and what have we got out of it? You feel what I'm saying? Shit, and on the East Coast for 30 years. You know what I mean? At least since the late 90s, 25 years, and on the West Coast, shit. That shit been going on for like 50, 40 years. And when they first came out, it wasn't even for what niggas using it for. It was because of what this guy trying to say it wasn't. This Charlie talking about, it was, the gang was created because of, because of the police and all that. So the gangs created to protect the community. And somehow, in some way, with the government, all that shit just went left. And I ain't even with, because it wasn't all the government. We had a role in that shit too. Niggas got greedy, niggas get money on drugs and all that. You know what I mean? People selling out and all that type shit. So I get it. But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. We might go back live tonight. I might go back, but I gotta charge my phone up. So make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. I ain't even touch on a lot of other topics. It seems like, yo, I see why niggas be going live. My man be going live for 2 and 3 hours. Because you be on one topic for like 45 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't even touch on, I got this thumbnail for Uncle Charlie. Yeah, man, Charleston White goofy ass. We ain't even touch on him. So, yeah, man, make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, Robbie TV. We're going to be going live again, if not tonight, tomorrow. Probably around like 12 noon. So make sure y'all tap into my other lives. Robbie TV, Shake That Kid, like, subscribe, and we out.